Yo, what's up guys? I'm about to go wash this car. So what I'm going to be showing you in this video is how I washed both of these cars pretty similarly, but I'm going to show both of them. I think I'll do more in depth with this car and then just go like cinematic with this one. So what I mean by that is you don't just drive through a car wash. I did that like once on this car when I really had to, but I'm talking about the full custom touchless wash yourself. So you can get one of those wall spigots, which we have one, but it's not quite high powerful enough. I want to get one of those wall mounted ones. That would be really cool. But we're gonna go to the self-service. They're everywhere. I'm sure you can find them, and I'll show you my routine and how I get this car looking perfect, and we'll take some pictures with it too. So without further ado, I gotta move this one out of the way and we'll get going. So although this car does really need a wash, I won't be doing that today, only because I'm leaving for a 5-day work trip to Florida, and I know this car just sitting out here is just going to be just this dirty when I get back. So there's still construction going on down my street. I'm sure you saw that in a few videos ago, and still the cars are getting dirty every day. I mean, I've been driving this one to work every day, so of course every time I come down the street and there's gravel and dust and everything, goes up and then it goes right back down on the car. So you can see my fingerprints when using the trunk and everything. So I'm just going to leave this one for next week, but it is going to be in this video. You're going to see both of them. So I'm scheduling some things around so that I can get both of them in this video. But my main objective today in real time is washing this car up, because it's going to stay in here all week. That way when I get back, all I have to do is worry about that one. And I also have the plates in for this car, so I'm going to put those on today too once it's all nice and clean. So I think it'll be perfect, and then again it'll sit in here for the week. And my plan is to keep the upgrades going all the time pretty much, but I have to be smart about it, because for the winter this car's going to be sitting a while. So I think in the winter we might take the opportunity and do all the cosmetic stuff, possibly the interior, because the interior is all tan, and I want it to be mostly black. I do want to get some racing seats eventually, and like a rear seat delete with a harness bar. That would be pretty cool. That's all plans. I'm going to stop talking about plans because I like to just let stuff play out as if it's natural and as if it's happening, because the more I talk about it, I mean, we're not getting anywhere with it. So let's just do the car wash. Guys are new edge owners like I am, you can get to the trunk with this button right here, the glove box. And I didn't know that, because every time, yeah, I'm stocked up on quarters for the car wash out here. So I got everything I need. I was just making sure. By the way, this is just what I carry with me in general, if you guys were wondering. Hell, I keep getting my damn head on this thing. This car is so low now, I'm not used to it. I probably don't need all of this. I'm going to go through here eventually and kind of consolidate and make one good setup for both my cars. But I have all my cleaning stuff over here, so I will be using this. Actually, I use the red one on this car, so again, I keep them specific per car. I got a drying chamois towel. Again, I'll get into this during the actual video, but for now, I'm just showing you everything that I'm bringing with. Might need more should have enough. Okay. Cool. Let's go over to the car wash. It's actually not very far at all. And I'll strap that GoPro on my head and get going with this.
Get it. Hold up. You got me woke up. The way you roll that. Sticky like okra. Just let me coach ya. Show you about my culture. It's a late night show like Conan. The party ain't over. Go ham in here and grab your friend by the hand. Let me know if you down. Body like playmate of the year. I might make that play of the year. I already know that we don't play fair, but I think that you and your girl, give me some of that. We stand out till the sun up, twisted and burn up. Can't nobody stop us. We gon' delirious. Out till the sun up, twisted and burn up. Can't nobody stop us. We gon' delirious. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. We gon' delirious. Come and take a ride, stay up all night again. We on sunset until the sun up. I got my goals set, so don't you run up. It could get up. Think I need a wingman. I'm straight from California, smelling like you, man. I got to lots up, so go and take a hit, dip, drip, one sip from the fifth. I ain't seen none, girl, plead the fifth. Make your man cease to exist. All this money don't make no sense. You scared? Give me some of that. Out till the sun up, twisted and burn up. Can't nobody stop us. We gon' delirious. Out till the sun up, twisted and burn up. Can't nobody stop us. We gon' delirious. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. We gon' delirious. Come and take a ride, stay up all night, okay?
Alright guys, so that concludes the washing part of this video. I'm really low on gas, so I'm going to run to the gas station. I just grabbed some good pictures. I'm going to grab some more at the gas station too, so what better place. So yeah, before I start talking even more, enjoy the rest of this video. Alright, so I'm picking this up with the Audi at the car wash. As you can see, she really needs it. There's still construction on my street, and this time it's right in front of where I park, so they were jackhammering the other day and power washing and everything. It just went all over my car. So let's get rid of all this. Damn. Alright, so obviously I start off with the pre-wash. I'm pretty sure that's what anybody would do. So I'm going to swipe this, and you'll see I'm going to swipe this probably like 6 or 7 times during this. Until it's ready, so I'm not really sure what's going on though. Work. Alright, so we found a stall that works with the car payment, but switch it to pre-soak. Obviously, we just want to soak it. I don't think it's working. Oh, okay, it's working. Yeah, I'm just going to soak down the whole car, get it ready for the main wash. So the next step, I'm going to do the high pressure soap, and right after I do that, I'm going to go and spray each of my wheels with this wheel cleaner. The reason being is it can only sit for about 30 seconds before it starts eating the wheels up. So again, I high pressure soap. When that's done, I spray these and then immediately rinse it off after about 30 seconds. not full spray, right? Now I'm going to hit it with my Ultimate Wheel Cleaner from Deloitte. Sometimes I use the hot rims. I couldn't find it last time, so there it goes. Yeah, I'm going to spray this on. I'll leave it for about 30 seconds before I rinse it off. You want to cover your entire wheel surface. I'll make it nice and shiny when it gets it. I'm going to do this one. I'm not too worried because my wheels are already peeling anyway. It's very clean. Obviously, as good as it's going to get. We got a bunch of chips over here. To start looking into some new wheels, but these will be my winter wheels, so I'll have no worry about damaging them. So, you know what? I could probably that's fine. All right, we're gonna rinse this one though. I like to switch over to wax. I don't spend too much time on wax. I just kind of get a good coat with all the paint before I go ahead and do the high pressure rinse. So now I'm going to do the last phase of the wash, high pressure rinse. So I'm just going to go around, get all the spots off, including little soapy water spots and everything like that. Once we have it rinsed, we'll pull it out in the sun and start drying. So while I'm drying, I go around twice. I use this absorbent towel first. It's it's just called the Absorber. I got it at AutoZone. It'll take care of all the big spots of water as we're going around. And then I come back through with another one when I'm done with a little bit of wax and white. In circles, so kind of like that. But again, the first pass, just trying to get most of the water off. Not too worried about being perfect. Just like that. It's going to leave streaks for now, but we'll take care of that the second time around. There's already a little hair in there. Don't want that scratching. Any little thing in this rag, whether it be dust or something from the street or a piece of hair, will leave scratches in the pan. Alright, so just got these cars washed. Obviously they're looking pretty clean behind me. Sunset in the background. Just going to take this time to talk about what I want to do with both the cars. Alright, so first and foremost, we've got this horrible looking body piece that's just hanging off. Was hanging off. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It looks like it's eroding away. I'm going to take it to a body shop and get it priced up. Just see how much they can get it fixed for me. It might be a couple thousand, so I don't know how soon that's going to be, but at least I want to get a price on it and figure out from there. And with that, for body work, I've got an S3 or S-line rear bumper coming in from eBay. It is white, so I will have to get it painted black before getting it wrapped. So that's another thing I want to do is get it wrapped. I'm thinking probably next summer. I'll leave it black for the winter. You know, it's going to get all dirty and nicked up anyway. I think it'll be good to start with a fresh wrap next summer. I've got a S3 rear diffuser, carbon fiber, already lined up for it. And the reason I wanted to switch over to that setup is so that we can get rid of these dual exits and get the quad exits going. So obviously 2 and 2, the diffuser's gonna be a little bit wider. So I think it'll look really sick from the back end. Maybe a new duckbill, maybe a carbon fiber one at some point, but I'm gonna leave this one for the time being. I like it, I like the high kick. And the whole reason that I wanted to go with the quad exhaust setup back there is because I want to get an S3 style valved exhaust coming off of the downpipe. So next up on this car, stage 2 with the downpipe, with an intercooler, flex fuel eventually, but to start with, that's it. So I'm going to dish out the money for the stage 2 tune. I've already got it stage 1, so it won't be too much more money. I've already got the DSG tune on there, and I want to get spark plugs and coil packs replaced as well with stage 2. That'll take this car right up to, I think, about 350, 340 wheel. We'll see. We'll probably do a dyno video as well, see how much power it's making. But I really didn't want to go full stage 3 with this car. I might eventually in the future, but it is a higher mileage engine. It's the 2.0 turbo. They are some of the more reliable, but yeah, I really don't feel comfortable going full stage 3 with this car. It is my daily right now. It's going to be my daily for the foreseeable future because I have this car. This is the full, all-out, balls-to-the-wall car. I'm not holding back with this one. I'm not leaving anything daily or anything. This is going to be the race car. I've already taken stuff out of the trunk, all the spare tire shit. Obviously those guys had some work to do. Real quick, I'm just going to end this video off talking about my plans for this car. Obviously I just did it for this one, so now I'm going to talk about this one. Just a little bit more in depth, a little bit more thought out. This car is just kind of like, I want something here, I'll do it. I want something there, I'll do it. And you guys will see us wrapping this car up for the winter pretty much. It's November here already. I'm just going to wash it one last time because I do have a cover for it back there. But I wouldn't want to put the cover on with all this dust on here. So that'll be the first order of business, and just getting it all tucked away back here. Yeah, since this car is like my project car, not a daily driver, it's only insured up until November, and then I will have it insured again in like March or April next year, I'm thinking. So now you guys still will see content with this car. I still will be filming it. I actually have a lot of plans over the winter for this, which I'll talk about right now. So first order of business, whoa, really close there. First order of business is going to be all this interior stuff. So yes, it is almost 200,000 miles on it. The driver's seat obviously needs to be replaced, not in great condition. This is a really common one on these cars. The wiggly thing here, unfortunately I don't think there's really a fix for that, but either way I want to get most, if not all of this stuff converted over to black interior. That's just the way that I'm going to prefer, I think, with this car. It'll be nice, and it'll be more like street car rather than like shitty 2000s interior, at least in my opinion. Now, they do, I think there's a custom fabricator that makes center console delete kits where it's like just a sheet of metal or something like that, which I wouldn't be opposed to in the future either. So I'm thinking about that because I don't really use the cup holders. It's pretty much just gonna be like a race car, honestly, so I'm okay with getting rid of all that stuff too, like the radio and the air conditioning. So yeah, other than that, I'll probably leave the carpet liner up here, this light color, that's fine. But I'm mainly thinking, like, honestly, long term, like rear seat delete with the harness cage bar back here, and like the pass-through harness style seatbelts with some like racing seats, probably Recaros or something like that. It's like a good balance between comfortability and stability. Other than that, maybe I want to see if I can find little like puddle lights for the doors when they open, like a pony or something. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if they make them for this car though, but yeah, the winter would be a good chance to kind of update this interior, get it to where I want it to be. So I'm thinking I want to replace the front bumper for sure, as well as the hood. I think I want to go with like a 2-vent style, like one there and one there. I would be looking at getting the associated billet style vents for it as well. As you can see, these are like plastic that come on the car, so I'd be looking at getting some billet style ones, as well as for the side scoops. I don't know if they sell them. It would be cool to get some metal vents here, even though I looked on the inside of the wheel well there, these vents don't actually function as brake vents, but I think that would still be cool. Yeah, some other stuff like the mirrors, I want to get maybe like paint matched ones. I think I've seen them maybe like the Cobra style or whatever. The side skirts, I don't know if I might keep these. I might replace them. I don't know. I'll have to look at some options over these months here. As well as all around the car, getting a splitter underneath the bumper whenever I get it. The side skirt extensions and a rear diffuser, I think would be sick. Yeah, I'm thinking a different rear spoiler, as well as a smoked rear third brake light here. Maybe doing tail lights and headlights over the winter. I'm not too sure. I don't hate the stock ones either. Definitely gonna look at some black badges. And come springtime, I do want to get a new wheels and tires setup. Obviously, that's one of the first things that, in my opinion, you would want to do when you get a car, and I haven't yet. And I've kept these chrome ones. I don't hate them, but I did realize they're kind of a funky setup. They're definitely not the stock setup. You can go ahead and look it up right now if you want. I don't have it up top of my head, but they are 245 by 50 with a 16-inch rim. So the stock rim size is actually 17. So it's kind of weird that the previous owner did that. But anyway, I want to get my own setup on there. Probably like 18s or 19s maybe. I'm not sure what they look like yet. I'll probably be leaning towards 18s. But either way, when I get the fitment finished up on this, obviously the suspension is all done already. You can see this wheel has got quite a bit of camber to it, and if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I definitely want to get the new wheels and tires on there and get it aligned afterwards. So yeah, with all of that cosmetics and interior stuff talking about over the winter, that leads me to back here. Yes, I do want to do a full exhaust out the back. That is my plan. At this point, I'm thinking long tube headers to a catted X pipe, a high flow cat, of course, and a set of loud, aggressive performance mufflers, maybe boiler stingers or something like that. But yeah, the exhaust setup is all still up in the air for now, so to speak, because the end goal involves swapping this motor. So this stock 2-valve has close to 200,000 miles on it, and it doesn't run the greatest. Idle, there could be a slight misfire. It's hard to tell. We wouldn't really be able to tell until we start pulling the spark plugs and look for wear on them. But yeah, anyway, not the car that I would want to boost. And eventually, yeah, I do want to be supercharged. Now, I don't know if that's like vortex style, you know, like a Pro Charger or something like that, or a blower, but at this point I'm kind of thinking blower. I just want that raw power. I understand you don't really have to ramp up in a Pro Charger, but there is still a little bit of delay there versus like a blower. But yeah, right now I know that this motor wouldn't be good for boost. 2 valves you have to build quite a bit as they are, and this one's again like 193 or 195,000, something like that miles. Really don't want to do it to this motor right here. So, but I still do want that screaming 4.6. So I've decided that I want to go with a 4.6 4-valve from the New Edge Cobra. Only I really don't need the supercharger, since I want to go Whipple in the car's final stance, or like I said, like a Pro Charger or something if I decide to go that route. But so that being said, I'm looking at lower mileage wrecked Mach 1s and other cars with the 4.6 4-valve, Mercury Marauder being one of them. So, I mean, I've been looking for a couple weeks now. I'm going to be looking for a couple months just to find a good one with lower mileage, preferably rear end damage, right? You don't want to get really anything damaged up here, and hopefully one that I can get the transmission out of too, because that's a T56 Magnum. Now I would have no issue buying one too, but I'd like to save the money to probably get them in the same donor car. So with all this talk about donor cars, my real goal is going to be really looking at some sort of a shop space, like a 1 or 2 car garage, something that I can buy a donor car and go keep it there and be able to work on the transmission and the engine and all that for, you know, a couple months, because really that can't happen here. With this car being here, and it was even an issue having this on jack stands right here when we were working on the suspension for a couple of days. So really, if it's gonna be a couple month project, which I'm thinking it will be, that'll be my first step. Really, is looking at, again, like some sort of shop space, somewhere where I can keep this car and a donor Mach 1, or like I said, Marauder or something, for a couple months. And then that'll just be the shopping for it, so that'll be awesome. It's something I wanted for a little while now anyway. Something we need desperately to speed some of this stuff up. So definitely stay tuned for that. That's all planned. So yeah, those are pretty much my plans about 5 months into owning this car. I'm sure things will change around as they always do. I'm sure I'll change things out depending on priority. I'm always keeping track of car parts, especially for both of these cars. And I've got the Honda Gram back there in the shed too that I want to start building out over the winter too. So yeah, I'm always keeping track of stuff, changing priorities around. What should I buy? And obviously I've got to make videos with it all too. So speaking of that, I actually have a lot of the stage 2 stuff for the Audi coming in. So this is the intercooler right here, as well as the charge pipes and the coil packs in that box. I've got a downpipe coming. I've talked about this all in the previous clip when we were still at the parking lot, but yeah, total transformation on this car coming. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And then we'll just kind of like slowly do stuff with this car over the time. But really, this is the one I'm going to be driving every day now for the next couple months. And I would really prefer to get it, honestly, all perfect up. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Do me a favor and subscribe. Hit that like button. And don't forget to stay objective. And bye.
behind the scenes. I don't even know if this is gonna show up, but anyway, love you guys.